is ASMR World. I am sorry we are a day late with Conspiracy Wednesday. We're going to have to call it Conspiracy Thursday today, I'm afraid. Why was I late? Well, that's a long story, and I have a video coming up. Maybe today. I might put it out today as well. It's only a short video, a bit of a shopping haul video, and that is called The Moaning of Man, Episode 1. If you watch that, you'll find out why this video went up late. I explained everything that happened yesterday. I don't want to go into it again now. But today is Conspiracy Wednesday, but on Thursday. So let's get straight into it. Yeah, baby. So, out comes the book again. The book of Conspiracies. I don't know where we're going to end up today with this. I'm as interested to find out as you are. I do have some conspiracies that I want to look into that I don't think are in this book. I feel like I'm playing the bongo drums. I should get myself a drum. I wanted one a while back, a big African drum. Bum 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 boom bum 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 boom boom bum 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 boom boom. Yeah, I might get myself a drum. Wow, ASMR drumming. Might get a bit loud though, baby. Right, Conspiracy Theory Wednesday. Yeah, let's get into it. So I have no idea what page we're going to end up on. Let's make it fair so you can see. I just pick a random page. Okay, actually, it's not. It's right. We've landed on secret societies, so we will do something from that section. Let's see where that section ends. Okay, it's only a short section, so in this section we'll pick a page. Okay, the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, they're bastards. Now, as somebody who has a mixed race daughter, as I do, this will resonate quite personally, I guess. So let's get into it, guys. Right, this group of pointy-hatted pranksters was founded on Christmas Eve, 1865, in Pulaski, Tennessee, by a small group of disgruntled Confederate officers after the American Civil War. That is so nice. Largely of Scottish heritage. I'm going to pull the mic down, guys. Bear with me. I'm sorry you can see the microphone, but I'm going to be looking down here, so it's best that you hear what I'm saying. Try and lift up a little bit. There we go. Largely of Scottish heritage and classically educated, these men based their name on the Greek kaiklos, meaning a band or a circle, adding clan as a reference to their origins. Although their infamous burning cross has been hailed a blasphemy of Christian tradition, it was in fact nothing of the sort. I did not know that. Rather, it was an invocation of the so-called fiery cross, as was anciently carried through the Scottish Highlands to summon the clans to fight a common enemy. The standard version of their history has the Ku Klux Klan, or KKK, rising in power towards the close of the 1920s, after which, and mainly due to the Great Depression, it went into a rapid decline. But did it really? I don't know. No. Finally realising that dressing up in silly costumes to dance around a burning cross in the middle of nowhere was all a bit infretic. I don't know how that even means. The clan entered the most sinister and frightening stage of its evolution. People with such opinions don't simply evaporate just because their club goes into a decline. On the contrary, the new and insidious face of the clan became that of smiling respectability in a nice suit, documentary on the Ku Klux Klan, or if you've ever seen a film, or sometimes they appear in TV programs like Justified. I think there was in that with Timothy Elephant and a few other programs I've seen over the years. They will always they're usually always in nice suits. They run businesses. Sometimes there's old farts when you see the documentaries. It's just old men with, like 80 or 90 years old, and they got to be like wheeled out in wheelchairs and like, yes, we are the Klan and we hate all blacks and Jews. Yeah, whatever, mate. Go stick your hat up your arse. Throughout the 1920s and 30s, the likes of senior Senator Robert C. Byrd was a leading Klansman. Wow, he was a senator as well. Rejoicing in the silly title of Exalted Cyclops, as was Supreme Court Justice Hugo Black. Wow, imagine being a Ku Klux Klan member and your surname is Black. Other Klansmen in government included Senators Theodore G. Bilbo Baggins, obviously, from Mississippi, Rice W. Means from Colorado, George Gordon from Tennessee, John Tyler Morgan of Alabama, Edmund Pettus of Alabama, and John Brown Gordon of Georgia. Higher up the ladder were state governors Edward L. Jackson of Indiana, Clarence Morley of Colorado, Bibb Graves of Alabama, and Clifford Walker of Georgia. Back again. Where are we at? I've lost where we're up to. Sorry, guys. All of the above being better known on their home turf as the Grand Wizard or some similar title. It is just like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit for racists. More alarming still are the ever-persistent and not unfounded speculations that President Warren Harding, Harry Hess Truman and Silent Calvin Coolidge were also member of the new and faceless Klan, so potential presidents of the past in America may or may not have been members of the Ku Klux Klan. During the late 1930s and early 1940s, the Klan forged alliances with both Berlin and Nazi elements within the US, their main contact being Berlin's special envoy to America, the delightfully named Heinz Spanknobel. With a name like that, you've got to be racist, haven't you? Just due to the fact that you got a stupid name, you've got to feel some way superior to other people. So what better way than to be racist? Where are we up to? Conspirologists maintain, and with more than a little justification, that the KKK and the German-American Bund putting pressure on the likes of the above-mentioned politicians was instrumental in delaying American involvement in World War II. So basically, the reason the Americans didn't get involved in World War II sooner is because they were racist, some of them apparently. Nor is this trend yet dead. David Ernest Duke, 1950, variously senator, state representative and governor of Louisiana, ran in the Democratic presidential primaries of 1988 and switching sides the Republican primaries of 1992. When he took control of the KKK network in the mid-1970s, he said he did not wish to be known as the Grand Anything, but rather as the National Director, reminding all that it was high time the Klan got out of the cow pasture and into the hotel meeting rooms. So this bloke, what was his name? David Ernest Duke in 1950, wanted them to become, I don't know if that's when he was born, 1950, I'm not sure. He wanted them to become more sophisticated, more official. Okay, the strange part, titled here. As one might expect, defenders of President Calvin Coolidge deny he was ever a member of the KKK, and to be fair, many of his statements square with such defence. However, there again, such statements could well have been for public consumption only. If Coolidge was not a Klansman, why in 1925 did he commission Goodson Borglum to sculpt the massive faces of Presidents Washington, Lincoln, Jefferson and Teddy Roosevelt into Mount Rushmore? It was common knowledge that Borglum had sculpted Stone Mountain in Georgia, the setting for the formation of the Second Klan in 1915. I did not know that. So basically, the bloke who sculpted the Mount Rushmore presidents' faces, if you haven't seen it, check it out on the internet. He also sculpted something to do with the Ku Klux Klan. As inspired by the advent that year of W.G. Griffith's pro-Klan, The Birth of a Nation, it was also common knowledge that Borglum had agreed to carve a massive KKK altar into Stone Mountain, and given that he was in 1925 one of the 6 knights sitting on the Klan's imperial concilium, why didn't Coolidge think that Borglum's involvement would put an indelible stain on such a national monument? So a well-known Ku Klux Klan member was picked to sculpt the faces of 4 famous presidents into Mount Rushmore. Why would you pick a Klan member? I don't know. The usual suspects, the CIA and the FBI, baby. The Klan has been implicated in the murders of popular black politicians, political leaders Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, apparently acting because both men posed a threat to the Klan's vision of America, a vision allegedly shared by many in the CIA and in the FBI. King's vision of peaceful racial integration and was unpalatable, as was Malcolm X's more contentious view that blacks were superior to the white man in every respect. For refusing to conform to the Klan's ideal of a black man, both men were killed. Okay, so the Klan had an idea what a black man should be like, but because Malcolm X and Martin Luther King stood up for themselves and for black people, they were apparently killed by the Klan. In the case of King, Klan and FBI involvement seem particularly strong, since the FBI openly recruited Klan members before King's death. Wow. The FBI used to happily take on Ku Klux Klan members. The Black Ops race war. The KKK may be part of a race war directed against blacks and Jews, playing a role in the creation and distribution of the AIDS virus, along with Black Ops government agencies. Right, okay. So they're saying here that the Ku Klux Klan were behind the AIDS virus. The Klan is also suspected of spreading false conspiracy rumours about Zog or bloody sirens. It's gone now. The Zionist occupation government, a purported Jewish plan to take over the US. Such rumours helped deflect attention from America's true enemy, the shadow government and its black op agents. So the Ku Klux Klan was suspected of spreading false rumours about a Jewish... they were saying that the Jews were going to plan on taking over the US. So people would go against Jews because the Ku Klux Klan don't like Jews or blacks. The New World Order. The Klan may be a front for the NWO from WCW. Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, secretly furthering the aims of the New World Order while openly pretending to fight its influence on every level. This would include Klan involvement in the phenomenon of black helicopters, which it is alleged the Klan uses to incite panic in the populace, which the Klan hopes will provide an environment in which it is easy to stir up racial tension. So, they are recent liberalism of the US government, many leaders in corporate, government and military circles still favour a more conservative outlook, a viewpoint shared by the Klan. Funds could be diverted to the Klan, as well as weaponry and clandestine political support. This would explain David Duke's political career after he left the Klan. So David Duke, who we mentioned, wanted to bring them into a more sophisticated way of working, then went into had a political career after leaving the Klan. And they are saying that people in the US government would be happy to help the Ku Klux Klan if it helped them out. Also suspected are the Bavarian Illuminati and the Order of the Green Dragon. I don't know much about them, but the most convincing evidence: the continued existence of the Klan in an age where hate groups are not tolerated suggests some high-level connection with the US government. The American Constitution's guarantee of free speech as the right of every American is a guarantee that the US government has shown in the past it will ignore as it sees fit. In the McCarthy era, for example, the Klan persists, and in the modern world that poses the question of just who is looking out for its interests. So basically, if in this day and age where literally you can't say a bad thing about anyone publicly without being hounded on social media and whatnot, which is right, you say something racist, you should be hounded on by lots of people. But the Ku Klux Klan still go around doing what they do. Now, the government is that strong these days that if they wanted to stop it, they could just go out and stop it right there and then just arrest them all or whatever. But are they that bothered, really? Because if there was, then they would have done something about it by now. The most mysterious fact: President Woodrow Wilson has also long stood accused of being a Klan member, or at least one of its most highly placed fellow travellers, in 1915, and at Wilson's personal insistence. W.G. Griffith's The Birth of a Nation became the first film ever shown in the White House. A glorification of the nocturnal excesses of the Klan, the film was based on The Klansman, made in 1905, a novel in the same vein, penned by Wilson's close personal friend and political ally, Thomas Dixon. Griffith's silent epic included a still presenting a quote from Wilson that his defenders would rather we all forget. The white men were roused by a mere instinct of self-preservation until at last there had sprung into existence a great Ku Klux Klan, a veritable empire of the South, to protect the southern country. So this ex-president Woodrow Wilson, the first movie he ever had shown in the White House was this movie about the Ku Klux Klan, and in the movie there is a still image where it has that quote on there saying that the white men started up the Ku Klux Klan, an empire of the South, to protect the southern country, which is like Texas and whatnot. That's all sort of southern America. Which, these days, I don't think you'd hear of this happening. Imagine that if Donald Trump was watching Ku Klux Klan movies in the White House and we found out about it. Flipping heck. They'd need a wall to keep him safe, let alone keep the Mexicans out then. So, the tentacles of the Klan were then all pervasive, and as indeed they remain. So that's about that movie, saying that the Ku Klux Klan get everywhere. Like the bloke who made that movie, who's obviously a believer in the Ku Klux Klan or a member of it, was best friends with Woodrow Wilson. Skeptically speaking, you don't need a conspiracy to explain the ignorance that lies behind a race hatred. Anthropology classes probably would not be a hit with the Klan, as the strong possibility that all humanity shares a common black ancestry might put a dampener on the cross-burning activities. There we go, a picture there of the Ku ancestors were all black. This is what I heard on Joe Rogan's podcast. Our ancestors were all African, but as they spread around the world, around Europe, the sun bleached their skin lighter and lighter and lighter until we got white people. I don't know if that's just a theory, or if that's fact. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. But as I said, I have a half-caste daughter. My wife was with her partner for 13 years before I met her. I met my daughter when she was 4, my stepdaughter. And I've been out, we're still friends with her dad, with my wife's ex. We all get on. But years ago, this is no word of a lie, I swear down, this is the truth. We went out for a Christmas meal, like on Christmas Eve, I think, or a couple of days before Christmas. You talk about 6-7 years ago. My daughter was about 8 or 9, something like that. And we was out with her dad, his missus, and his little boy, who's my daughter's half-brother, not step-brother, her half-brother. And we all went out for dinner for Christmas, because we were going to see each other really on Christmas Day, so we did that. And we go out the pub, and there was some bloke pissed up as a fart. And he was, I don't know what happened. He just walked past my daughter's dad and called him the N-word. I was ready to kick his head in. I don't stand for it, I don't. I had to be held back by the missus. Then years ago, before I moved down to Wolverhampton, I used to live in Lancaster, and we had a big influx of Polish people. A lot of Polish people came to where I worked and started working there, which at the time people were a bit like flipping it, because literally it went from, say, like 50 British people, and then all of a sudden there's like 50 British people and about 40 Polish people. So everyone was a bit like, whoa, what's going on here? And they didn't all really speak very good English. So you had some tensions there a little bit, which rightly or wrongly is the way it was. Not anymore. It's a lot more accepted now. We're talking about 15 years ago. Anyway, I got friends with a Polish bloke called Dennis. Me and my mates got become really good mates with him, and his missus and their friends. Nice people. He invited me around for drinks one night, so I went round to his flat. We went down the pub first, had a few drinks, met this old bloke in there. My friend Dennis was a nice bloke, so he'd come back to mine, come back to the flat, we'll have some drinks. The bloke was probably in his 50s. He told us that he had a camper van, because where I lived in Morecambe, like, there's your beach, there's my mum's house just about 2 streets away, whatever, and Dennis's house, flat was near there. And this bloke had parked his camper van on the front, he told us. So fair enough. Got to the end of the night, he'd had a lot to drink, we all had. I mean, Dennis could drink, being Polish, he had a lot to drink. And we did a yard of ale and he was doing it with vodka. I was like, oh my god, forget that. So I said to this bloke, look, I've got to walk that way. I'll make sure you get back, because he was really pissed up. I said, I'll walk you back. And he started kicking off, just random out of nowhere, saying he want to go. And literally, my friend had put him up all night, and he's accommodating, like, you know, nice hospitality, free drink, some food, whatever, lots of fun and games. And the bloke turned quite nasty and started calling my friend Dennis and his missus, you're Polish, you're Polish, you know, you get the drift. I was fuming. I weren't going to hit him there and then. I let him walk off. He just stumbled off. Fair enough. I never laid a finger on him, by the way. But I got my own back, because they were my friends, and it really pissed me off. Basically, I don't know. I walked down the front, down the prom anyway, and I saw his van. I just figured it was his van. He told me he'd parked it up on the front, so right, must be his then. And I was really drunk at the time, so I knocked on the van to see if he was in there. One, I think I wanted to see if he was actually made it back in one piece, because he was that drunk. Two, I think I just wanted to give him a piece of my mind. And I knocked and nobody answered, there was no noise, no sound. So I tried the see if he was in there, and the door opened. I was that pissed. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. The tide had come in, so you got your prom, your wall, your sand, your sea, and the sea was coming up against the wall. And this bloke was like, I don't know what he did for a living, but he had lots of tools in his back, obviously his work stuff. And I guess he went driving round from job to job or something or other. So I got all his stuff, all his tools, expensive tools, and I lobbed them straight over the side into the sea. And I'm not proud of that. I don't expect any trouble to come from it. Maybe the police will watch this and come and arrest me, but hey, he called them. He was nasty to my friends. We never seen him again. That's a lie. The next day, I was going down to see my friends. We'd had the drinks on Saturday. On the Sunday, we planned on going for a really cool walk down the beach. It goes quite far. You can walk for miles on the beach. We was going to do that and go to a pub. So I walked down past the bloke's van, which was still parked up. And I guess he was asleep in there. I guess he made it back. Oh no, sorry, that's a lie. The van had gone, so I knew he'd made it back because he drove off in the morning, and probably to piss somebody else off. But like I said, I might sound like a bastard for doing that, but you don't piss off my friends with racism. Anyway, guys, that's my video done. Hope you enjoyed it.